As you may have noticed, I'm starting the stream off a bit differently today. We're not in game, the title does not say what we're doing, and I was kind of ambiguous in the go live thing. And if you remember yesterday, I also mentioned we were doing something for a video today. Does anybody have any idea? Fargo's Friends episode 2? If only. No, what we're gonna be doing today is, of course, a Kahoot, guys! We're doing a Kahoot today! Ah, woo! Terraria Kahoot! The plan today, if you're curious, the theme of the Kahoot is Terraria silhouettes. So basically, all the questions are going to show you a picture of a Terraria sprite, but instead of a normal Terraria sprite, it has been blacked out, so it's just the silhouette. It's kind of like Guess That Pokemon. You guys know that thing that used to be a thing? We're basically doing that. Oh, I was thinking about what I might give the winner, because, you know, keep it a little bit competitive. You know how it is. I'm thinking what we'll do is the winner shall receive a Quizmaster role on the Discord server if they want it, if they're in the Discord. Is it vanilla sprites? Yeah, it's all vanilla sprites. 10 of them are weapons, 10 of them are enemies. We do the 10 weapons first, then the 10 enemies. The reason we're on Kahoot is because it's a type dancer. It's not a guess 4, because I felt like that'd be too easy if it kind of like gave you the answer kind of chilling. So yeah, these are open-ended answers. It's gonna be impossible? I don't know. Depends on how good your Terraria knowledge is. Oh, the Kahoot music is here. It's really quiet. Classic Kahoot music. Bam. Here we go, guys. The first ever Terraria Silhouettes quiz. Here we go. The first one. What weapon is this? You can't see anything yet. And there it is. Guys, what weapon is that? You should probably know this one. I'll give you guys a slight hint that this one is a very popular weapon.
Hello there.
A very, very popular weapon. I wanted to start it off with a recognizable one. You guys have 30 seconds to answer each question too as well. Copper short sword, if only. It says 40 questions. You'll see why. It's actually 2. Grass sword? That's not it. It was the Zenith. 34 people got it correct. And the reason why it says 40 questions, it's because I included slides of the filled out sprite so that you guys can see, kind of compare it after it. It was the Zenith. That was answer number 1. All right, question number 2. What is this? Another hint. This one may be related to the last one. But what might it be? My favorite one as a kid. This is a pretty good one. Let's see how many people got it, though. Terra Blade with 1 R. I'm digging it. It was the Seedler. One person put the in there. Very good. 25 people got it correct. Still pretty good. A little bit harder than the Zenith. Although it was a Zenith crafting ingredient. I just skipped the leaderboard. My bad, my bad. But yeah, the Seedler. There it is. Question number 3. Here we go. All right, this one's a bit of a harder one. Not a sword this time. I will give you another hint, though. This one may relate to a challenge that I have done. Unpriced Goose knows it. 2 seconds left. What was it? Ooh, that is a large range. It was the dart pistol. Only 9 people got it. Dang, that one was a hard one. But it was the dart pistol. Ooh, the entire leaderboard just got knocked out. And Lyric is in the lead. That is the sprite. I don't know why it's so big, but there you go. It was the dart pistol. And I did use that in a challenge. The darts only challenge. I used the dart pistol. All right, here we go. That one was one of the harder ones. This one, I think, should be a little bit of an easier one, maybe. Just from the shape of it. Dart gun should have counted, but it's a completely different weapon. I said dart gun. That is rough. Easy podium for me. Ankler. Guys, anchor is not spelled with a K. Just a heads up. Anchor is spelled CH, but yes, that was the anchor. 32 people got it. Much better than the dart pistol. And Lyric drops to 3rd on speed, I'm assuming, but still right in there. Oh, in 3rd by 1 point. Also, yes, there is our anchor sprite. I believe this is our halfway point on the weapon sprites. And this one's a harder one. It is also a 1.4 item. Got it wrong. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This one's probably one of the hardest weapon sprites in this whole thing. Right here. Let's see how many people got it. Staffy? I think Staffy should have counted, honestly. 16 people got it. It was the Blade Staff, the summon weapon that drops from Queen Slime, added in 1.4, originally dropped from Enchanted Swords. Jello is still in the lead, and Carne is still in second. What the heck is Pump Daddy C? It's an interesting name. There we are, the colored-in sprite of the Blade Staff. And we are now over halfway through the weapon section. This one's a harder one as well. It's getting harder the farther into the weapons we go. It may or may not have an upgrade, but not a direct upgrade. An indirect upgrade, one might even say. A little bit of a slower answer one. I got it wrong. What was it? It was not the leaf blower. That one's a little bit skinnier. It was, of course, the celebration. 14 people got it. Still better than the dart pistol. And okay, so Carne and Jello are holding down first and second. Have you guys even missed a question yet? This is crazy. That is a very large sprite, but there you are, the celebration. I don't remember what's next. Let's see. Oh, okay. So we're back to swords. This one is a bit of a harder one. I would definitely pay attention to the outline there, though, because there's not very many swords that are this jagged, but which one might this be? Only got one so far. That's all right. That's better than 0. Looks like that one was actually pretty well guessed. That was, of course, the Christmas tree sword. Oh, we got a new leader. Oh my gosh. Dethroned. Jello in second, and it looks like Q Goaty is now our new leader. And there's our filled-in sprite. This sprite is actually really sick. I like the Christmas tree sword a lot. That's kind of the only reason I included it. What weapon might this be? Oh, this one's a very, very unique sprite. However, can you remember the name? I think the harder part of this one is remembering the name, not the weapon. But if you're a fan of the Old One's Army, you may just know it. Terrific Gaming, just throwing it straight in the Twitch chat. Okay. I mean, what? That may or may not be the right one. Betsy's Staff. See, that's the one. It's a very hard one to remember the name, but the correct name is Betsy's Wrath. And let's see. Q Goaty does get it. Jello gets it. Carne's still on. Orb of the Home Depot, the H Depot up there, and Dread Nautilus. And there is our filled out Betsy's Wrath staff. I included this one because it's honestly one of the most unique weapon sprites in the game. And also, Old One's Army, gotta represent. Also, guys, remember, only half of these are weapons, so you could totally make a comeback in the enemy section. Alright, guys, now what is this one? Everybody should get this one since it's the best weapon in the game. That's all I have to say. And it may or may not also be a YouTube channel. I wonder. It's the Zenith, of course, yeah. It's the Zenith, guys. Inf Staff? Spark Wand? I like Spark Wand. It was, of course, the Wand of Sparking. 26 people got it. And there is, of course, our Wand of Sparking in all its glory. Now, this is our final weapon before we move on. And this one is another bit of a deep take. You could probably tell that it is a staff, but which staff is it? The True Flower Wand? I like that one. Oh, whoa, Beaver, ooh, woo. It was the Spectre Staff. That one was a hard one. Only 8 people got it. And it looks like Q Goaty is on an answer streak of 10? Oh my gosh. Unstoppable. Except for Jello, who is still right on his tail. But yeah, guys, if you struggle with the weapons, you still have a chance because now the second half of the quiz will be enemy sprites. Here we go into the enemies. Again, we're starting off with an easy one. This one's a little fishy, I must say. Can't quite put my finger on it, but something's a little weird about this one. It's a Pigron. Somebody answered Spectre Staff. I can... interesting. It was Duke Fishron. 31 people got it. Almost the whole lobby. Very nice. Ooh, Heckfire. Up 5 places is the highest climber. Very nice. There he is in all his glory. All hail Duke Fishron. On to some more enemies. Let's see if you can get it. Not a boss this time. This one's probably a little bit of an easier one as well. Definitely going to be harder than Duke Fishron, though, I would assume. This is stressful. I want that roll. Well, you're doing really well, Horrific. Bird on Sky Island. I like that answer. It was, of course, the Harpy, and 29 people got it. And check this out, we've got some dethronings in the top 5. Enti, now in 5th place, climbing, and Carne has passed the Orb of H Depot. And there is our Harpy, all nice and colored in. Ooh, bit of an interesting one. I will say this is probably one of my favorite enemy sprites in the game. Like I included one of my favorite weapon sprites in the game, I have now included one of my favorite enemies. Also, do you remember the name? This one might be a little bit of a harder one to remember the name. Pumpkin on a Horse? I like that, but unfortunately that is not quite his name. The official name is Headless Horseman. 21 people got it, and there he is, the Headless Horseman. Although, I must say, he does still have a head? Very interesting. Alright, next. What enemy will it be this time? Who will guess it correctly? Bit of a harder one here. As you remember, last time, I think our least guessed weapon was from the dungeon, and perhaps this enemy is also from that place. Maybe the dungeon is just a harder area to guess, who knows? Has a very large cylinder sticking out of its waist area. A questionable silhouette, honestly. But we will see once it comes out that it is nothing weird. It was not a goblin. It was not the demolitionist. It was the skeleton commando, the rocket launcher wielding enemy from the dungeon. 10 people got it. And Jello and Q Goaty, of course they got it. They get everything. I don't know how they're doing it. And our fan favorite Orb of Home Depot is back. There he is. The rocket launcher man himself. Who might be next? Ooh, this is another harder one. We're getting hard here at the end. Honestly, might be the hardest sprite in here. I don't know, maybe this is more recognizable than the Skeleton Commando. I don't think I would have gotten this personally. It was. Okay, maybe this one is a little easier. I wish the name was Chad, but no, it was the Granite Golem. I guess I was wrong. Apparently, Skeleton Commando is way harder than the Granite Golem. 23 people got it. And it looks like all of our top 5 earners did get it. All right, here we go. It is now the second to last? Third to last? We're getting close to the end here. This one, I think, is pretty recognizable. Though, can you remember the exact name? I think this one's probably one of the easier ones out of all of the enemies, to be honest. It's Mothron, yes. Mothron. B with a lot of E's. Unfortunately, it was not. It was the Antland Swarmer. Harder than the Granite Golem, according to the answers here. Only 15 people got that one. I think that was like half the lobby. But it was, of course, the Antland Swarmer. And Enti is back in the top 5. Honestly, Q Goaty is now 700 points ahead of Jello. I don't know how that happened. It's looking pretty dire for anybody that was gunning for first. This one here is another hard one, I think. Honestly, all the ones I've been thinking were hard, you guys have been nailing, so maybe I don't know anything. I see some people in chat may or may not know it, but do the Kahooters know it? Who knows? It was not Gru. Not Gru from Despicable Me. No, it was the Blood Zombie. 21 people got it. Looks like that one was relatively straightforward. I would say probably Q Goaty getting dethroned. This is insane. Q Goaty is dropped to second, only by 27 points, though. That is not that much. Could totally still get into first. What enemy is this? This enemy could have been a target of a recent meme. I think this one's probably pretty easy. There's a pretty recognizable feature on this enemy. Bonus points if you remember the meme that was spawned from this enemy in a recent video. It was Tim. Nobody answered Timothy. 26 people did answer Tim, though. Very nice. I added the memes in there in case anybody went for it, but yes, it was, of course, Tim. And there he is. All right, this enemy is really annoying. That's all I will say. This is a really annoying enemy. It's probably a really hard one to answer as well. And it may or may not murder a lot of people. Honestly, even remembering the names is probably hard. I wanted to throw a real wrench into people's plans, maybe mess up some answer streaks right near the end. Stardust Thing is an answer. Okay, it looks like you guys knew it was from the pillars, but how many people got Flow Invader? Only 3! Holy moly, it was the Flow Invader, the really annoying Stardust dude that shoots projectiles. Doesn't look like anybody in the top got it, but Enti did, boosting him back into top 5. So, looks like Jello and Q-Goaty are still tied for first, and neither of them got that. So it's all going to come down to some of the last answers. But here we go. The Flow Invader, all nice and colored in. We've got the final question here, guys. This one is the ultimate enemy, guys. It's the worst enemy in the game. There's no enemy worse than this, and that is all I will say. Everybody knows it. Honestly, I'd be surprised if anybody misses this one. Everybody should know. It's everybody's arch nemesis of Terraria. Of course, you've been gnomed, Spaghetters. It was the Angler. 14 people got it! Obviously, the Angler is the worst enemy in the game, guys. Come on, everybody should get that one. All right, the moment of truth. 14 people got it. Will it have mixed up the top 5 leaderboard? Let's see who our top 5 are. The Terraria Silhouettes champions in 3rd place. 16 out of 20, Carne. 16 out of 20 is very impressive. Jello in 2nd with 19 out of 20. And by 3 points. 3 points. Q-Goaty has clutched first by literally 3 points. That is insane. Q-Goaty has won. Q-Goaty, are you in the Discord? Because if so, you have won yourself a roll. Are you going to do another? Not today. However, did you guys enjoy it?
Hello there.
Because if you enjoyed it, we could always do more in the future, and perhaps some different ones. Also, this is probably going to be on YouTube. So if you are a YouTube viewer right now viewing this, perhaps suggest some quizzes in the comments. Maybe you have an idea for a Terraria-themed quiz, and perhaps it'll become a video in the future. And maybe you could even participate in a future quiz by following on Twitch. Link in description. Anyways, that is going to do it for the Kahoot quiz. Thank you all for participating. We will now be moving on to our regularly scheduled Terraria gameplay.